I thought I'd make a quick video of pruning raspberries to hopefully help you out when you get to pruning yours. These are my red raspberries, and as you can look down the row, this area has not been pruned, so it's a complete jungle. As I come back this way, this has been pruned, so I guess it's still kind of a jungle, but a jungle with a haircut. When it comes to pruning an individual plant, this is one of the canes that I tip pruned back in June last year, which encouraged branching. As you can see, this one has 4 branches. At the end of every one of those branch was a long stem like this that I picked a cluster of berries off last fall. So now when I'm coming back to prune, I'm taking each branch and leaving it 6 to 8 inches long, with maybe usually about 6 inches long, with somewhere 6 to 8 buds on every single branch. And now every one of these buds, like the end 4 buds on each branch, will produce a new leader, and at the end of that leader there will be a cluster of berries. So it's pretty quick. As you go, it's just pop them all off, 6 inches long, and off you go. Here is one of the canes that I never tip pruned last year because it got, after June, I quit tip pruning, otherwise they won't produce berries in the fall. So that's just a single lead cane. For those, I keep them roughly a foot above my trellis, which is kind of the same height as all the rest, and I cut it off. And now I'll still get these top 3 or 4 buds to produce a branch and produce clusters of berries. One other thing to keep in mind as you're going, all live healthy canes will have that little layer of green in the outer layer of bark. If you don't see the green, it's probably diseased or dead. Here's one that's bad. And these ones that are diseased or dead or aren't looking as healthy, cut those right at the ground, completely remove. I also go through, and if there's any weak or wimpy ones that haven't got enough length or size, like this little guy, I just remove them right at the ground and get rid of them completely. You don't want too many canes growing. Like this end is really thick. I'm probably going to go through and remove maybe a quarter of the canes that are in there right at ground level, just to open it up and to allow more space for all the new canes that will be pushing through, that will produce the fall crop of berries once we get into Labor Day. Like I said, these are the red raspberries, but the same principle, the same concepts apply when you get to black raspberries or any type. Here's one that was a long cane that I didn't get to tip prune, so I just cut him off about a foot above. Here's one that I tip pruned and it branched 3 ways. Again, I left, this one was probably 8 inches. That may be a little too long. Maybe I should have nipped him here. But I was looking for about 6 buds. Here I got about 6, 7 buds, and here about 6 buds too. And all of these then will, every bud, so now like this one plant, I would expect maybe 4 branches on each one, so 12 branches with a cluster of berries on the end of all 12. Where this one is probably only going to send up 4 or 5 branches or new leads with clusters of berries on the end of those 4 or 5. So that shows how tip pruning can really increase your production and produce just way more berries. I hope this helps.